Hello, everyone. It is unbelievable how insensitive, you understand, Tinubu has been in Nigeria. Not just, and this particular issue, I must say, it's not just Tinubu. I've been talking about this issue since 2014, I think, or early 2015. Why is Nigeria subsidizing pilgrimage? And the thing is that for me right now, with the suffering, with the unbelievable suffering that is happening, why is going to Hajj a priority for anyone? In Islam, there are 5 pillars of Islam. The weakest of the pillars of Islam is going to pilgrimage. And why? Because it is only mandatory on you when you have the money and the means. If you don't have the means, it is not mandatory on you. As in, anya emaka, let me speak outside. I'm looking for the word you are absolved. Yeah, that's the word. You are absolved on it. So, and there is nowhere during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he was paying for people to go to Hajj, or sponsoring people, or using state money to take someone to Hajj. In fact, even if you're going for Hajj, you have the money for Hajj now, and you have debts. It's not, you're supposed to take care of your debts. So even if you have the money for Hajj, but if you go, for example, a man, you don't have what it takes for you to be able to take care of your family, for them to, for their feeding, so that nothing happens to them. If you go, you come, because when you go now, you are either on holiday. For example, if you're working, you're on holiday, or if you're doing business, you won't be doing that business. So that particular time, do you have enough to be able to take care of your family in such a way that this thing doesn't reduce, they are not starving, whatever? If you don't have enough, Hajj is not mandatory on you. Right? Hajj is not mandatory on you. So why tell me at this moment, when Nigerians are dying of hunger, somebody stole a noodle to eat. They took him to police station. The police beat him till the guy ended up dying. Amnesty International reported that. So why are we spending, is it 90 billion naira to subsidize Hajj? Why is Nigeria subsidizing pilgrimage? Anybody, religion is people's personal business. I am a Muslim. No, first and foremost, I am a Muslim before anything. Yet, my religion is personal to me. State money should not be used on me. When it comes to this pilgrimage, some people, it's not only Hajj, even when they are going to Israel, Saudi Arabia, Israel, the Christian pilgrimage, Nigeria subsidizes it. Nigeria has commission for these pilgrimages. People are employed. Why? When Nigeria is a secular state, on one breath we say Nigeria is a secular state. On another breath, Nigeria is spending money. In this present condition that we are in, 90 billion naira. Imagine if they put 90 billion naira in education and say that all the out-of-school children, all the almajiris and whatever, they put them in proper school, they train them, give them Quranic education, give them Western education, give them, what do you call this thing, a trade, learning this thing, give them proper education. Wouldn't that be better for Nigeria? All the children that are on the streets, Agbero, running about, small children that have been thrown on the street all over Nigeria, if we take them out and put them in proper schools, this 90 billion naira, wouldn't it be better for Nigeria? So every year you are putting out 90 billion naira to go and give Saudi Arabia. This is just one for the Muslim pilgrimage. Definitely, I know the Christian pilgrimage is not as much, because it's more, not a lot of people do the pilgrimage the way that Muslims do to pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia. Go and see Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, they are rich. They have money. Yet, Nigerian government is subsidizing something that, if you don't have the means, if Hajj is 1 billion naira, and you don't have 1 billion naira, there's no obligation on you to do Hajj. So why is it that we're spending so much of this money that we don't have to be subsidizing, to be going to these places that already have everything? Why? Why are we subsidizing? And then, of course, Tinubu wants to look good. They always use religion. They always weaponize religion. No matter how much suffering, how much hunger they put on people. Because, yes, they've weaponized religion. They've weaponized poverty. They've weaponized illiteracy. They ensure all this time they ensure that people don't get good quality education, so that you will not be able to think critically and imagine what they're doing. Now people are hungry. They will not bring HAJJ. They will not like praising, oh, he has done so well because he has reduced HAJJ money, or he has subsidized HAJJ money, and no matter the suffering, the killing, the hunger, the everything, it's okay because that's what they think. Meanwhile, this HAJJ is not compulsory on you. There is no obligation on you to do HAJJ if you don't have the money for HAJJ. So however expensive HAJJ is should not concern anybody. What should concern anybody is that, do I have the money? If it's 1 billion naira, fine, no wahala. It's 1 billion naira. I can't go. That means there's no obligation on me. Some people will see that, oh, I've been to HAJJ 10 times, 15 times, whatever. It becomes a class thing, a clout thing, a whatever thing. It's your personal business. But use your personal money, not the state's resources. Parallel Facts is here. It's reporting this, and it says, amid widespread hardship, Tinubu approved 90 billion to subsidize cost of 2024 HAJJ, says Shettima. The Nigeria government, Nigeria government, Tinubu's government that is illegitimate, announced that it has spent 90 billion to subsidize the cost of the 2024 HAJJ pilgrimage for citizens. Can you imagine? 90 billion. Imagine every year if you put 90 billion in education. Imagine even saying that, okay, government just remove hand from education and say, let's look for good schools. Let private companies, individuals, whatever, manage schools, and let government just be paying the school fees of our students, so that we'll have good quality education. Give people good primary and secondary school education. Look at how the human development index will be. Let's develop that human capacity and see where Nigeria is going to be at. But no, it's to be spending money on things like this because they want to feel good. They want the religious part. That's it. Very religious and godless people. That's what we are. It's this thing that we focus on, the optics. Let them say. Shettima disclosed this information on Wednesday during the inauguration of the 2024 National HAJJ Commission at the Sir Ahmadu Bello International Airport, Birnin Kebbi, the capital of Kebbi State. You may recall that this year we had a major challenge in announcing the final HAJJ fare for the 2024 Muslim pilgrimage due to fluctuation in foreign exchange rate. Shettima was quoted as saying by the news agency of Nigeria. Bola Tinubu also works round the clock to control the downward spiral of our local currency to bring relief to our pilgrims and other Nigerians, a move that eventually succeeded in lowering the fare. Tinubu approved the release of 80 billion to subsidize the cost of our pilgrimage for this year's HAJJ. Due to this high regard, the government took time to carefully select men of integrity with administrative acumen and records of selfless dedication to manage the affairs of the National HAJJ Commission of Nigeria in the interest of Nigerian pilgrimage. Government at the highest level monitors all arrangements meant for the well-being of our pilgrims both in Saudi Arabia and within the country before embarking on the journey. We are aware of the provision put in place for the safety, security, and comfort of the Nigerian contingent to the 2024 HAJJ of our pilgrims. Indeed, it is through our collective prayers and individual contribution that our country will prosper, Mr. Shettima added. NAIRA reporters previously reported that Nigerian Muslim pilgrims who had already paid for the 2024 HAJJ to Saudi Arabia demanded a refund after the country's HAJJ Commission instructed them to pay an additional 1.9 million in March. Initially in December 2023, the Commission set the pilgrimage fare at 4.9 million per pilgrim based on the exchange rate of 897 naira to $1. However, the Commission later increased this amount by 1,918,032 naira 91 kobo, setting a new total fare of 6.8 million naira with a deadline of March 28, 2024. This sudden announcement caught many potential pilgrims off guard, prompting them to contact their pilgrims board to request a refund of the 4.9 million deposit they had already paid. In response, the Kwara State Pilgrims Fair Board indicated that at least 100 intended pilgrims from the state will miss this year's Hajj due to their inability to complete the additional 1.9 million naira required for the revised fare. Alhaji Abdulsalam Abdulkadir, the agency's executive secretary, revealed this during a sensitization program for intending pilgrims in April. Like I said before, in Islam, pilgrimage is not compulsory on you when you don't have money. It's one of the 5 pillars of Islam, but it's one that if you don't have, there's no obligation. So there's not, it's not like prayers that you must pray, except if you are unconscious or the person is insane, or like a woman when you're doing your menses and all of that. But you must pray. Fasting, you must fast, except if when you're of age, except of course if you have certain medical ailments that prevent you, from fasting. Zakah, that's also and that's also depending on your money, the kind of money you have. Is it up to the one that you paid? Zakah is like tax and all of that. So you look at this pilgrimage. It's when you can afford it. If you can't afford it, there's no obligation on you, and I don't see any reason why government should be subsidizing for Hajj. No, none.